It is round 3 of the United States Women's Disc Golf Championships in Madison, Wisconsin, presented by Innova. This is the second PDGA Major of the year. I'm Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're your two hot geese.
Honk. This is round 3, but round 1, where we play at Elver Park. We played the first 2 at Token Creek Disc Golf Course, aka Vallarta-Ast. Elver, it's about a similar distance, but a little bit harder to score, I would say.
More technical for sure.
We're going to watch Sai Ananda, Deann Carey, Catrina Allen, and Valerie Mandujano on this very tight wooded course for most of it.
Yeah, the first 6 holes you're working your way up kind of like a toboggan hill, and on 18 you throw down, and the in-between stuff is very tight and wooded.
Totally. Hole 1 is straight uphill, 257 feet, plays around 310. You just want to throw something straight up this gap that doesn't hyzer out too early. The ground is hard pan, so it will exaggerate any sort of ground play that you get. There's a little rock wall right on the green that can flip that disc up to a roller angle, so you got to be careful of that.
To begin this card, we will start with Sai Ananda.
Sai is out of Spokane, Washington. She's a Latitude 64 sponsored player. She has won AM Worlds. I don't remember what year. She doesn't get it out for a ton of the big events. She usually hits a few big ones, but she was top 10 at US Women's last year, and she's had some great showings and shown us a really good drive off hole 1 with a Vandal.
I believe she had a great finish at Worlds as well.
Oh yeah, totally.
Our next competitor, Deann Carey.
You guys know Deann, kind of a blast-off year in 2020. Did really well in 2021 as well.
She's going green Star Wraith here. It's just a Star Wraith, but it happens to be green. Oh my god, I'm a little tired.
Next on the tee, we have Catrina Allen.
All 4 of these competitors shooting lights out at Vallarta-Ast or Token Creek in round 2. There are some similar type shots, distances, and lines at this course. So this is another place that really anyone is geared up to do well here. Just does take a little bit more focus, a little bit tighter shot selection.
There's a decent line from Catrina. It was just a little bit low and didn't get the right ground play.
For this card, Valerie Mandujano.
I think Valerie's name is household at this point. One of the cleanest players in the game, one of the most consistent at this point.
She's throwing grace, so a little bit higher speed than some of the other ladies, just trying to make sure she gets it up there. Does catch a late tree.
We did feel a lot of wind on hole 1 off the tee pad, but the trees blocked it pretty well. We will deal with it a little bit through the first 6 holes.
Good layup bid. Deann from just about circle's edge, dealing with 1 tree, 1 inch too low. I think this course definitely is going to play harder. Like, in my mind, a 2 to a 5 down is really good, so everyone can still score here, but if you are off the fairway at all, it's really punishing. I'd be surprised to see someone get double digits. Like, that would be something.
I call a hot round here at Elver maybe 7 or 8 range.
Phenomenal score. You can definitely birdie more than that, but I think unlike Token Creek, you're gonna get some bogeys here. Probably. It's hard to stay clean.
Yeah, getting a bogey at Token Creek feels like you really messed up. Here it just feels like, oops.
Yeah. Hole 2, we're playing across the hill. It's 432 feet. Basically, you just want to throw something straight that finishes just a little bit left, kind of where that corner of the tall grass is, or farther if you can. And then it's just a little backhand turnover or a sidearm up the hill to a very guarded green. There's some hard pan, there's some rollaway potential. That stuff on the left side of the basket all the way down is really, really dense. You don't want to overshoot this hole. No out of bounds.
Yeah, that bush just before the green in the center can definitely eat disc as well and take away your birdie putt pretty easily. I think that is kind of the the defining factor of this hole that you want to avoid.
And well, this is the other thing you
Yep.
have to avoid.
Yes. You want to be further left.
It is really tough to get to the green from there. It's kind of risky. Spoken from experience.
If you guys hear any random explosions in the background of commentary,
It's the 2nd of July.
it is the 2nd of July. It's Saturday night. People are out. They're shooting off fireworks. Catrina getting a ton of distance.
And that's a great spot. That's exactly where you want to land, right at that corner.
It is so steeply uphill from there, but it's weird because it's only 150 feet, but you're throwing like
a 200-foot chip shot.
Yeah, and you're throwing like a
Wow.
high-speed distance driver kind of to get it to carry as much as you want.
Valerie kind of up on the right as well. Catrina really the only one in prime position. But this is still attackable. Just a little risky. You don't want to push deep.
Yeah, super blind here. And she did push a little bit past where you want, but it's
She
still
might even
inside
have
the
a
circle.
putt.
Sai not turning it as much as you want. She'll still have about 150 feet to the pin, maybe just under that.
Catrina with a standstill sidearm. That's a pro line quake. Looks like she got caught up early. But I don't know. Is she still inside the circle?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, no. That's awful in there. That is really dense.
Yeah, that bush is worst case scenario. Ooh, there is a little gap. Surprising.
Yeah, not easy though. That's a pretty tight angle, and Deann did about as good as she could with what she had there. Sai stepping out from the edge and just throwing a backhand putter shot. Gonna take a par.
She was a little closer than I thought. Catrina. Oh, it is close to the circle. Okay, my perspective on this hole was off.
I mean, she was a little deep and didn't have anything. This is Deann for a par save. Didn't have anything. I think that's really common on this course. There's a lot of danger within 20 to 30 feet of the basket. And sometimes you're left with really funky putts or nothing, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Valerie risked not even getting out of that bush inside the circle.
Sai connects with a good par putt there.
Even though our chase card struggled with this hole just a little bit, it did not play as one of the more difficult holes on the course, which surprises me a little bit because this second shot can be brutal. 28% of the field getting a birdie.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's not too far, though, as long as you can land in a prime spot.
Yep, a tee shot matters. This one is 294 feet, but it plays, I swear, like 450.
At least 330.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get your disc to hang a little bit. It's a downhill left to right. We did have a head/left to right crosswind as well that you think would help your disc hold, but for some reason mine always finish out left. You want to get through this gap and carry another probably 60 or 80 feet under the low ceiling of the trees. Turning it over to the right is pretty tough. Bailing out left is not bad, like we see Sai doing right here.
Yeah, on my card, most of us overturned it.
Really?
To the right, yeah.
Man, everyone kind of was way left on my card.
Sai gets way down there.
I think the angle of the hill plus the wind you couldn't quite feel from the tee pad definitely made for some surprising finishes of the disc.
That's really
That uphill tee pad is so
stable finish for
that's
Catrina. You can hear, talking. She's right. It is on an incline. It's very odd.
It is. It's a very steep
Yeah.
tee pad.
You don't
Worth
usually
noting.
notice something like that unless it's pretty steep. And that's the line, but you got to start it a little wider. Valerie's close, but it can be a little tricky in there.
And, I think throw a sidearm at this distance, but it's just so steeply uphill that the sidearm doesn't feel like it has even close to enough steam to get
and
there.
Fading to the right is death too. So I think it's definitely a backhand. It's just a long drifting carry. For some reason, it's hard to get.
Deann with a low ceiling look from circle 2 land, maybe just outside. Well outside.
Catrina, well outside circle 2.
I need my rangefinder for commentary.
Valerie, not the cleanest look, but she's got something. It's a good effort. Sai with a really wide straddle, just laying up.
This is a very well-guarded green as well.
Yeah, most of them are out here.
Only 10% of the field with birdies. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, this one's just tough. It doesn't, on paper, it doesn't seem like it is. Then you go up to the tee pad and you're like, wait a second.
Why can't I get there?
I'm going to throw every disc I have. None of them work.
I bet we'll see a few more people get it tomorrow, though, if conditions are good.
Totally.
Hole 4 is a par 3. It's 318 feet. You can go through the gap that I think the drone is heading towards. You can go Anheuser out and around. You can go up and over. You can do whatever you want. You just want to get past the initial gap. And the only thing in the way is that really big bush. I think the only way to like get there reliably is to take the gap. But it's kind of scary because if you throw a full power drive and hit it, you can careen down the hill or off to the right, which is really rough. But no out of bounds.
Yeah, you also don't want to miss left. If you miss left early of the corner, it's so hard to get up and down. This high gap, you'd have to throw something surprisingly flippy and work the airspace way out to the right, and you're still going to land just like Sai did, right in circle 2.
Yeah, that at least gives you a look and you know that you're going to get a par at worst. Sai threw a Gold Line Ballista Pro there.
Those trees are just close enough to the tee pad that you're having to throw such a sharp nose up angle that it's hard to get it to project far? Question mark?
She's Catrina Allen.
She is Catrina Allen. The one and only.
Pro-Line Torrent.
What a great shot.
Yeah, perfect control, nose angle, perfect power. That was beautiful.
Valerie putting it out way right as well, and she gets inside the circle too.
Nice. That was, ooh, a sword. Good choice. Deann going over the top as well. Gets tangled up in that one bush that I swear is so easy to find.
It's in the perfect landing zone.
It's like it was designed to be this way.
Oh, really nice bid from Sai.
Very floaty.
It doesn't look like there's any wind, which is bizarre because it was very windy when my card came through here.
Yeah, I don't think it ever really got much more above like 10 miles per hour though, so it was, you know, tolerable. But occasionally it did pick up. Ooh, good putt from Valerie.
Only 12% of the field getting this birdie. Valerie and Catrina will be 2 of them. It's crazy to see such low birdie percentages on holes that are right around 300 feet, but somehow they made that happen.
These like side hills, like all the way up to the top of the hill, they're tough. Different.
They're different.
You know, I'm not used to playing.
Feels unfamiliar for sure. Yeah, you're used to either straight up and straight down.
Yeah, not the side.
Hole 5 is 354 feet. We did have a left to right crosswind / a little bit headwind here. I think the play is to put something out over these bushes on the right-hand side and then let it finish back to the basket, some sort of flex shot. You can do a big turnover as well. There's not enough space to throw a big hyzer shot, so a flex shot or a turnover is the way to the basket, but it is, again, a little bit uphill, a little bit tough to reach. It plays a little longer, I'd say, than 350 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a pretty special shot to get all the way there. Catrina's pretty good at special shots. That's fading out early. She might have a circle 2 look, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Just a little more turn, and that would have been a really nice placement.
Valerie with a grace.
Going aggressive over those bushes on the right-hand side. You just want to make sure it checks up before the big one. There you go.
Wow.
By the big bush, I mean the tree.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great shot from Valerie.
Sai looking for the hyzer flip to turnover line, but leaves it a little low, and it burns just outside of circle 1.
Everyone's got to look, though.
Oh, for being so low, that was a smash.
Yeah, that was a gold line Ballista Pro. Sai gets a ton of spin on the disc.
Deann giving it more height, getting lots of turn, getting some good distance. She'll be in circle 2 for her birdie putt.
Long birdie look here for Deann. And that'll be a par. Sai looking for her first birdie of the round. I like her circle 2 putts.
Just a wee bit short, but right on line.
Yeah, I like that they're kind of floaty and soft because she can putt really hard and spinny, but she kind of meters it. Catrina misses as well.
It's so strange at this event to have so many of these holes where it's, you know, between 3 and 350, and you're left with a kind of a tester putt from circle's edge. Valerie converts inside the circle for her birdie, but she will be the only one on the card.
That's 2 in a row for Valerie.
10% of the field getting birdies on hole 5, and so those three, hole 3, 4, and 5, I think are some of the toughest to get. I say that, and I think of a million other holes this course.
These ones are like mind-boggling. Like, why can't you get them?
It was important for me to partner with a retailer that could help with growing my brand and making my products available all over the country and across the world. Flight Factory has helped me accomplish that. Check out all of my gear and thousands of other discs at Flight Factory.
One of the values of this is that these AM women, in young women, like, you know, people in intermediate or in the age-protected division can come out and know that they're playing the same tournament as Paige Pierce, as Catrina Allen, like, as those top players on tour. And I think that being able to see yourself in that position is really important. Feel connected to, you know, the stars of a sport, or feel like you can be that person at some point, I think is really important.
Hole 6 is a 279-foot par 3. This one, again, is harder than it looks. I don't know why. I think
It's slightly uphill.
Just a little. I think this one, a little baby turnover, is a really nice shot. You basically just have to miss that biggest guardian tree in the front, not turn it over too much. I didn't really see anyone go kind of full Anheuser, like wide. I don't know, what shots were you seeing out there?
Yeah, that I think most people are doing more of a straight shot if they can. There's just some well-placed guardian trees. They grew them just to get in our way. This is also a very common play, is bailing out on the left side of this green. Just throwing something straight and letting it hyzer a little bit at the end.
Yeah, the left is definitely a little bit more open than the right. This is an SP pipeline.
Nice little tree kiss at the end.
Yeah, Catrina's just outside the circle, it looks like.
I think this plays well for more of a sidearm than it does a backhand turnover, but you have to have a lot of distance to get there. It feels like so much farther than 279, and I honestly, it's a mystery. I can't explain why. You know what I mean?
I do. I feel like there's a magnetic field up here, or...
Yes, it's bizarre. You can see what Sai like throwing low. That is another very common mistake I saw in practice rounds and on cards.
I did it today too, and I was like, "What happened?"
It's so strange.
Something's going on here.
There you go, Deann.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
That was her star Hawkeye. Sai from distance. Just gonna lay up here. Puts it at the bullseye.
Ooh, Valerie trickling a little bit more than you want to left, but still maybe with a look.
Yeah, she has a little gap there.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I guess a little gap's all you need. Yeah, let's watch this again.
Yes,
GK
please.
replay.
We're gonna hit all these leaves too. Wow.
Slowed it down perfectly. Enough to hyzer it straight into the basket.
That was awesome.
That was great.
And that's 3 in a row for Valerie. Ooh,
There we
another
go.
good one.
Not one to be big putted.
And that's Catrina's second birdie of the round. Great putt. Back-to-back great putts. Woo!
I know I'm hyped right now. Way to close out those weird 6 holes.
Yeah. Get it, Deann.
There we go. I bet you there's not many cards where there were 3 birdies on this hole.
Would not take that bet.
19, only 19% of the field getting birdies on this one. Only one person parking the hole. Hole 7 is kind of steeply uphill, 231 feet. It is also a blind shot. You want to get past these trees just on the left and push the back little wall of trees on the right about now. Something with height is good because you want it to carry straight a little bit, and then hopefully you get through all of these guardian trees and safely onto the green. Being deep or short doesn't really matter. There's a few less trees to work with if you're deep of the basket, but mostly you just want to get through these trees to give yourself a putt.
There is kind of an inside gap if you saw it off, and if you push too far straight, you can find those trees there. This looks really good. That is a Mason Ford Tour Series getaway. I think they're Hybrid X plastic. They're pretty stable, as you can see. Found the ground quick.
Catrina putting something a little bit out wide, catches a tree, unfortunately.
Yeah, so close, but it needs to hyzer a little earlier. I saw 2 people get through the left side gap.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they were both accidents.
It's a small gap.
It's tiny.
Yeah, you kind of want to more aim at those trees in the middle
Yeah.
instead of hyzering it past them. Although Sai's going to make that line work right after I say that and park it.
Yeah. Okay. Nice shot. Deann from, I don't know, 90 feet?
Even with how technical this hole is, at 231 feet, it's still played as one of the easiest holes on the course. No surprise. This is one that you really want to get.
Oh, yeah, especially after the weird vortex magnet holes.
You're like, oh, finally a normal tree-lined fairway.
Deann not looking too happy with that. Looking to get her round going. Valerie 4 down now through 7, putting together an amazing front 9.
Sai tapping in her birdie as well with super great drive.
First birdie of the round for Sai. Hole 8. It's kind of a tunnel shot. You want to throw something that actually doesn't really matter if you go left or right. As long as you're not in that huge bush on the left, you're going to have room to work with. It's a pretty difficult and blind approach shot. You can throw big forehand, turnover. You can risk going over the top of some of these big bushes on the right if you want to be kind of hyper aggressive. Basket on a slight side hill. The grass is really grabby though. Like you can really attack on your second shot. You just have to be careful that you don't get caught up in some of those giant bushes.
Yeah, we go from the shortest hole on the course to, I believe, the longest hole on the course. Quite the change of pace and scenery.
That's probably gonna go towards that bush a little bit. She's
Just
fine.
before it, yeah. It's going to make the second shot a little more difficult to go for.
Yeah, you should probably play for par from there. Sai in a similar spot. Catrina in a similar spot. And man, putting the heat on it, but catches kind of the last little bit of foliage on the way out the tunnel.
She can easily still par from here. That is well within play. But the birdie's out of question at this point.
Yeah, the main obstacle is that, I don't know, are they just, what are they? Bushes?
Yeah, they're enormous.
Just, they're so
super
big.
dense.
They're so punishing too. There's that one that you can see that's squared up in the frame right now. You just really need to not be in or behind that to make it an easy par.
Oof.
Hopefully
Valerie
Valerie's
just
on
find
the
it?
edge, yeah.
Sai,
That's a great shot.
yeah, she's so good at the turnovers. If you watched yesterday, she threw a. Oh wait, she was on my card, so I watched. She threw a million turnovers. She's so good at that slow and late right turn shot.
I believe that blue one is her Grace.
Katrina getting
Ooh, look
aggressive
at
as
this.
well. Yes.
Solid shot. Once you kind of get past, a certain point on the right side, it really opens up over there if you do want to get really aggressive. Deann lays up to about 18 feet for par.
This played as the second most difficult hole. You can see why. No one really having a great look at the birdie here.
Valerie wasn't actually in that bush. She was just in front of it, and she pushes a little bit deep.
Only 8% of the field landing in circle 1 for birdie on this par 4.
Great looking run from Catrina. That'll be a par. Wow, Sai passed the basket, coming back at it. Great run. Dang.
Super aggressive downhill run. Love that.
Uh-huh. Valerie coming back for her par.
There were 5 birdies on the day. Maria Oliva, Evelina Salonen, Haley King, Hannah Blomroos, Lindsay Fish, and Violet Main. That's 6 birdies on the day. But the kicker here was there were 34% bogey or worse, and it happened so quickly with this much distance.
This many bushes.
Mm-hmm. After playing a Token Creek and a course like that where you can birdie every hole, it kind of carries over into Elver. Even though these are not as easy to get, you still have that mentality like, I need to birdie.
Absolutely.
I need to birdie all
like
of
it
these.
hurts if you don't birdie. It's hard to just chill out.
Yeah, but this one is a shorter par 4. This one is well within reach. This is one that you need to get. You can throw a backhand turnover. You don't want it to turn over early before this V-tree because those woods on the right-hand side make it really difficult to get out and up and down. Also, hides ring out left can be pretty dangerous as well. So just take some steam off, throw it in the middle, set yourself up for a really easy approach because this basket is pretty wide open. And you have some hard pan around it, so you just want to make sure you land in soft on the green and set yourself up for your birdie 3.
Sidearm is also a really common play off the tee shot.
Sai not taking the advice.
Turned.
Yeah, going big. Oh, that works out fine though.
Yeah, she could still potentially birdie from there.
She doesn't throw sidearm very much, so this might be a challenging backhand for her second shot. Katrina maybe trying to get there. trying to give herself a putt.
Oh, that's an SP Rift, which I believe is a mid-range, so
Nope, just trying to get in the middle.
yeah.
And she lands what I like to call the tree of opportunity.
Okay. Deann kind of burns one a little bit early as well. But honestly, at 453, all of these ladies could still birdie from there.
100%.
Valerie looking like she's going pretty big there. Wow, look at that late turn. What great trust.
Even after nicking some branches, it still has enough speed
Yeah.
to do the late turn. That's impressive.
Yeah, that was a Maverick, which is a fairway driver. So definitely a little bit more aggressive.
Deann working the sidearm down the left-hand side.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
I know it skips a little, but we don't see a ton of Deann sidearms.
Sai still opting for the backhand turnover. She comes in early, and it works out.
That was so flippy. What an understable disc. I'm not sure what that was.
Catrina from the tree of opportunity, just chipping up. Oh, big skip
Yeah.
off that hard pan.
Really unfortunate skip. Valerie, so close. Just an
I mean, that
absolutely easy pitch up.
using every bit of the downhill to get so much distance.
Deann just laying up.
Catrina from edge of circle 1.
Nice.
Cash.
And that's to go 3 down on the front 9, which is a really solid score. I mean, she probably wants more, but you know,
Totally.
3 is pretty good.
Yeah, I feel good about 3 here. Great birdie from Sai as well.
Sai getting a couple late birdies. She's 2 down through 9. Valerie 4 down with a bogey. Deann, I think it's even par for the round. Let's see if I'm right. Math. Yep, nailed it.
Nailed it. Goose math getting better with practice. Lots of green. Lots more on the back. But look, very clean. Lots of clean
Yeah.
holes on our chase card for the front 9.
These ladies need to do a little bit more if they're trying to push for that lead card. They're kind of still just maintaining their chase card position right now. Let's check in.
Look at Maria already starting out 4 down through 6, coming in hot after her 12 down yesterday. And again, this is a course where you need to be under par to maintain the top 10, and everyone is doing just that.
Yeah, Henna 5 down through 10, Cat Merch 6 down through 11. Definitely people pushing.
Thanks again to our VIP members. I know we say this at the end of every video, and maybe y'all are tired of hearing it, but we're not tired of saying it.
We love you.
So thank you guys so much. Thanks for keeping us and GK Bro doing what we're doing. We appreciate you so much. We got 9 more holes out here at Elver Park in round 3 of 4. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're your 2 hot geese.
Honk.